What's up, guys, and welcome to Thursday Night Football Predictions. This week is the Commanders and Bears, both interesting teams to say the least. I don't know how much better of a game this is going to be. I know we haven't been delivered such great games on Thursday night. However, last week was pretty good. Let's hope we can keep the streak going. On the screen now should be the results of last week in general for week 4. On the screen now should be the total scores after week 4. And then finally, what this video is about, here's our record on Thursday Night Football. Eric is the first one to drop a fat L. However, that'll be all, so let's waste no more time and let's get right into it. Chicago Bears are visiting the Washington Commies. This isn't a hard decision for me, at least, so who do you got?
I feel like everyone's going to start leading towards the Commanders. They just went to overtime with the Eagles, and I feel like to the blind eye, they looked really good. But when you actually look at it, and I might just come off as an Eagles hater. I understand they're 4-0. I understand they just went to the Super Bowl. But they have not been playing well at all this year. Like, A.J. Brown, finally they started using this man, and he was tearing up that Commander secondary. They are running the ball at such a high rate. Sam Howell, he didn't have any turnovers, but he didn't do overly good versus that defense. Their defense still gave up 34 points to the Eagles. I think the Commanders are getting a little bit too overhyped. And I understand the Bears are also 0-4, but at some point, I gotta hope something comes out of this Bears team. And I think with the head coach's job on the line, I feel like the Bears click, finally get their first win on the road. Justin Fields is going to have himself a field day. I feel like DJ Moore is going to continue hot streak. Last game, he got himself a touchdown versus Denver. I feel like he's going to continue that. I think he's going to score probably 8 times versus the Commanders. That secondary's trash. I think the Bears are going to play really well this game, and it'll make a coach that doesn't deserve a job keep a job just for a little bit longer. And I think the Commanders, I do think they're a pretty decent team, but hard for me to say this team is good just looking at it. I'm sorry. Sam Howell, I can't bet on him. I really hope he proves me wrong, but I gotta go with Justin Fields. My score prediction, I feel like this is actually gonna be a weirdly high scoring game. Finally, we've been waiting for a good Thursday night game. Last week was pretty good. The week before, all the Thursday night games, every single team has scored over 20 except the Giants. So I'm not really counting them. They're terrible. So I'm going to have to go with, give me a slight 28-20.
It's pretty respectable. But while you have faith in the Bears, I do not. Tell me how you're up 21 points after the half, and then you just go out and forget how to play football. I genuinely think they forgot that football has 4 quarters. That might be what happened. I'm pretty sure how the last touchdown happened too. How they respond to getting 2 touchdowns put on their head is by fumbling the ball and letting them return it to the house.
10, play fake, pressure's coming, Fields lost the football, Cooper scoops it up, off to the races, and he will score!
So yeah, the Bears are a really good football team. I can see why they're 0-4. I genuinely thought the Bears, they had it last week. They finally had a week where they really showed Justin Fields the MVP candidate. And, just all their talent on their team. DJ Moore had himself a day. And Justin Fields in general just looked amazing. He was 16 for 16 at some point. The only incompletion he had going into the half was a Hail Mary attempt, which you were up 21. I don't really understand that. But when you're the Bears, you need everything you can get. Clearly, because that 21-point lead didn't matter. It didn't matter because this goddamn Denver hands came back. And then the other team in the mix here, the Commanders, obviously, like you mentioned, they had a close game with the Eagles. And yes, I'm not going to say that the Eagles played their best brand of football. But then again, you're saying oh, I might come off as an Eagles hater. I know they're 4-0 or whatever, but yeah, the Eagles are just winners. It just doesn't make sense why they haven't really had a game where they've looked like the Super Bowl team that they were. I'd say a lot of that has to do with how conservative they're playing, and also just feeling out their new play caller, because I know they have a new OC, not as much pieces on defense and all that. So that's some of my guesses for why the Eagles have not been the same. But the Commanders still put up a close game against a team that's undoubtedly going to, contend this year. So I'm impressed with what I saw. I've been disrespecting the Commanders for a while. even when they were 2-0, and then they went out against the Bills and got on, and I was just kind of like, damn, I was right. But this last game makes me think that they can beat the Bears, and really, I was thinking to myself, like, the Bears, if they come out playing like they did last week, I don't think that, you know, realistically they could lose this. But see that their O-line has like a bounty on Justin Fields' head, and then this is a team that has, you know, Montez Sweat, Chase Young, you know, Jonathan Allen and all that. This man Justin Fields is going to get assaulted in the pocket. So unless he has like 200 yards rushing as a quarterback, I don't see this going well for the Bears. But I do agree with you when you say that this is gonna be like a relatively high scoring game. I just don't have faith in the Bears defense either. After they gave up like that much points, well, they didn't give up the fumble from Justin Fields, but they still choked away that lead. There's a lot of problems with this team, this Bears team. Like, we know this. But when they face a team that has a great pass rush, I'm not confident that they're going to win, because their O-line doesn't even want to see Justin Fields succeed. So if that's the case, I have the Washington Commanders winning this game, despite my very big questions for them on offense. With their 40 chances that they're going to get this game, they'll do good enough to win. But my score prediction, you know, I don't want to put it too high, but I can see getting out of hand randomly. So I'll just say 31-21 for the Commanders. Yeah, you're not going to see me pick the Bears here.
It's hard to pick either of these teams. I'm not gonna lie.
Anyway, we'll be hearing from Eric soon. Not in real life, but in the video. Alright guys, thanks for making it to the end of the video. In this one, Eric was not able to be in it because he was in West Virginia, so he wasn't able to record with me and Cole on time, so I'm very sorry about that, but his pick was the Commanders. And that means that me and him chose the Commanders and Cole chose the Bears, so Cole is probably going to end his nice 2-0 streak. That's just facts. Come on now. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, put on the notification bell, because why would you ever want to miss an upload from me? Come on now. I'm that guy. Don't do it. I'll find your family. Anyway, I'll see you guys all in the next video. See you later.